Hello, this is Stephen Childs. Have you ever heard people say that I'm you? And you're thinking, what do you mean you're me? You're not me. Nobody else is me. And I don't know. What I think about that, I think from a non-dual, God is the only thing that exists. So there's no I and there's no you. There's only God. So when somebody thinks that they're somebody, they're delusional. And basically that's what we have going on. Our mind creates a delusion of separation. And this delusion of separation, this hanging on to who we are for dear life, because that's what it's about. It causes a great deal of suffering, needless. So when you know that it's just God, all of this is just God, just let it be. We don't have to fight it. We can trust it. So there are other beings here besides human beings. From all of the world's religions, we have all these gods, and we have all these stories of interventions and miraculous events. Sometimes we're given dreams. Maybe I'm given dreams, and then it happens. Actually happens later. So I'm being shown the future. So by raising your vibration, your consciousness, higher vibration is higher energy, according to the I think it's, I can't remember. It's from physics, and frequency is energy. In the electromagnetic wave, that we're seeing a little sliver of it with light, and it's somewhere in between. So the high frequencies are high energy photons, and the low frequency, like radio waves, they could be a mile long, one wave. Very low energy. That one's not, see, we have this idea of separating things. This is good and this is not good. One of my favorite writings from Zen Buddhism is from Zen Buddhism, and it's called Faith in Mind, Mind in Faith. And it starts off with, the great way is easy. The Tao is the great way, from the Tao Te Ching, from Taoism. So Zen came from blending of Taoism and Mahayana Buddhism. So the great way is easy, but it doesn't pick and choose. So if you pick and choose in any amount, you're separating heaven from earth by a vast distance. So there's only one awakened mind. There's not two. That's interesting, because that comes from Ayurveda non-dualism itself. There's not two. There's just one. And then they'll say, well, there's not one, but there's not two, because of our separate experience. So the separate experience, it's not ours. It's the one's doing. So there's no me. There's just God doing this. God is doing what you are. So really, there's not a you. There's just God. There's no separate cars. There's just God. God is all of the cars on the freeway. So this matches up with quantum entanglement. I heard Sabine Hossenfelder. She's explaining how there's a force of darkness. So we're separating dark from light. No, there's no separation. There's just God. But anyway, it's interesting because it's the 70th element. And the word comes from, it means outer village. Translated into English, it's an outer village was the location. The city is named Outer Village. And that's where they found the stuff. Number 70. And my mind immediately reminded me about the 70s in the LDS religion. There's like 70 men that comprise the leadership position of the LDS Church. And the LDS Church has a pentagram on the temple. And he was inspired by these outer limits beings. And some say they're of darkness, and Joseph Smith was of the devil. So, why did he choose 70? Do you understand? They know what we're going to discover later, and they set this up so we can see their activity in our world. So this is Baphomet. I am Baphomet. No, there's no Baphomet and there's no me. There's just God. But I had a dream. They showed me that I'm like showing the form of Baphomet to some degree. Just really vaguely. And I'm like, I get it. You're showing me Baphomet as me. And then we move to the next step of the dream. There's a woman who's saying, Satan's got me. I'm in hell. And this is like a canned experience. They just give you the dream in your mind and you dream it. We don't really have any choice in the dreams. We think we're making choices. The whole thing is created according to what you're like as a person. So they'll make a choice that is similar to what you would be. This is what I think, in a way. So I told her, no, I have you. Can you feel this energy? You know, Nataraj has flames on the top of his head. And he's goat head, human body, and it's got like the medical symbol where his stomach's opened up. And I had a dream that snakes are coming out of my stomach, and I looked into it. It means it's a curse. I've cursed because of who I am, because of my identity. Because of my cosmic identity, I'm cursed to fail. They want me to fail desperately because I'm overthrowing the savior of the LDS religion. I have more power than him. They're telling me I'm the Christ in my dreams. So Baphomet's got fire coming out of his head. Now Nataraj Tandava's got a ring of fire. Where did his fire come from? Maybe it came from the top of Baphomet's head. That's where the fire... Who came first, chicken or the egg? See, the Godhead in India is Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, and the counterparts that are female. Well, why don't we mention them every time? Because we're male chauvinists, basically, in recovery from wrong thinking. And so are the girls. All of us are not thinking correctly. That's why the world's a mess. So I'm just ecstatic because of Sabine Hossenfelder's video, a discovery of the dark force. So I had this dream years ago. It was when I was first learning about Gnosticism. And the Gnostics said that the God of the Bible is the bad guy, and the good guy, well, one of their gods they came up with was Baphomet, the goat that got scapegoated and killed, but sins put on him and cast into the desert. That sounds like Jesus, doesn't it? Taking all our sins for us. That's really strange to me. It's really interesting. So, yeah, the dream I had was this older man. I was a young man when I had this dream. And an older man was working with me, on me, had control, and he enabled me to just descend into the earth effortlessly, like no material in the way. And when I got to a certain level down there, is it hell? It's just living light. So what we thought was darkness is the living light. And it's down there, at the center of the earth. Or center of something. And I got to this point, and he said, that's far enough for now. And so I hear these stories about the lowest one in hell. And so it's like the Tao symbol. From where the darkness is, the light is manifested. The small little circle is in the center of the darkness. And where the light is, where it's all light, that's where the center of darkness manifests. So I don't see that we need a balance of evil, like some people think. There's so much evil for so much good because there's day and there's night, that kind of thing. Evil is when you do someone wrong. We don't need to do people wrong. So first we defeat the evil in ourselves. Be the change you want to see in the world. Stop doing others wrong. The 4 practices of the Church of Fairness. You're already God. There's nothing you can do about it. It's not special. It's just a fact. So ask for help. Just give yourself to, there's not a you. It's God doing what you think is you. So give yourself to that knowledge. Give yourself to God. Ask for help. Then stop doing people wrong. Second, number 2, there's 4 practices. Number 3 is care about everyone, love one another. So we're talking the golden rule. We're talking what Jesus taught. Well, they're telling me in my dream that it's me. I'm the Christ. Baphomet. So, see, the religion of the day thought Jesus was the devil. And then Jesus said, the devil's behind me. And I'm starting to think, are they working together? I'm confused. Only the truth is going to stop this confusion, what's actually true. So, everybody's the devil and everybody's God both. That's what I think. We have the potential to do wrong, and we have the potential to be helpful. We can be harmful or helpful. So these entities are like actually behind it's like the Wizard of Oz, behind the curtain. That's just this guy, it's this extraterrestrial guy that can give us these dreams of monsters or scary dreams or wonderful dreams. So that's what all the gods are of planet Earth. They come from dreams. And it's pointing us to this vast reality that planet Earth is just a speck of dust in it. As I saw dust floating close to the camera, and my ear started to hurt. I noticed things like that. So, There's another dream. I saw like the cross, and then it also had two other coordinates. So it made 8-sided diagram at 45-degree angles, and the main cross was at 90. And from that, it was like it was separating apart. From within that, nothing, this light's coming through. Lots of it. We're close. So this might represent our ability to manifest energy for our vehicles and our homes in some way that we haven't thought of yet, maybe. Or it could mean they're arriving, and the light represents knowledge, so we can see where we're going. If it's dark, you can't see where you're going. You might fall off a cliff. And in the dark, you can't see the dangerous animals that might hurt you. So darkness got a bad rap because we can't see in the dark. Maybe we're going to see in the dark because the ability's on the way. So then, I've been practicing Buddhism and studying Buddhism ever since I was taught about Gnosticism, and in the book on comparative religion, it had a section on Zen Buddhism, and I was immediately drawn to that, even more so than to the liberation from Gnosticism from the God I was entrapped by as a child, the Archon, the Demiurge, the blind God. He created us as a blind God, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, this is evolution. It's not some mean guy. Let's update so that we know what we're really talking about now. So anyway, I've been to a few meetings, and there's a local Sangha here from Thich Nhat Hanh, and years ago I had this extreme anger because the traditional way is you just let everything happen in the world. So you're not stopping people from doing anyone wrong. You know, they asked the saint, are you going to let some guy come in and rape your daughter and kill her? Or are you going to do something? Or are you just going to say, well, this is God's will or what? You know, so it's like this has been a problem with the religions. They're not stopping evil. Well, they wasn't supposed to yet. So now we're supposed to, because I say so. And we're doing it with the Church of Fairness and with Team Fairness and with the World Fairness Agreement. I was told telepathically, an inner voice, not sound, that I can defeat evil. So they told me that it's about who I am, my identity. And they won't tell me anymore. And are you telling me I was Jesus on, a reincarnation? They won't say a word. It's not really that, I don't think. It's more than that. It's more than the stories of planet Earth. It's more than the present religions. So I found like it felt like a door opened for me for my future by going back and practicing with the local Sangha here in Utah Valley, Provo Orem. So I'm practicing the great way of not picking and choosing. So years ago, a guy, I met him at AA, and he was pagan, he had like Wiccan or Norwegian, maybe Norwegian type imagery. And he said, it's a transaction. When somebody does you wrong, you just accept it, that this is the exchange. I got done wrong, okay? And that's the guy that did me wrong, okay? Fine. Now let's get on with it. I can't do anything to stop him right now. Later. Let karma do it for you. So see, it was by me needing help that I was given the dreams that gave me the power to defeat evil in myself and in others. So it's because we need help that we get help. Knock and the door will open.